minute. Well, how do you think I feel about what's been going on? Let's talk about me for a minute. Well, how do you think I feel about what's gone wrong?
You're now listening to A-Rod Music.
Well, how do you think I feel about what's been going on? Let's talk about me for a minute. Well, how do you think I feel about what's been going on?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Awesome Nobody, with a very special episode of the Awesome Nobody podcast. I got one of the coolest guys of the century right here. Totally underrated artist in the New York City, Brooklyn area. When I was starting to move around in New York, he was already established doing his thing in the city. He's not waiting for y'all to put him on. He's putting himself on now. Official Audio Mac artist, Brooklyn native, the coolest rapper there is, coolest Mell. Welcome to the show, my man.
Yo, what's happening, man? I appreciate it. I'm honored, man. Thank you.
I'm just surprised, for real, that nobody has got to you yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you out here, man.
I mean, you know, I'm not, like, honestly speaking, I'm just like, I get that a lot, but it's just the fact of, like, I know that when my time is, when it's supposed to happen, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I could do is just supply content and just keep going more harder and harder and just keep providing great content.
Oh, man, it couldn't have been said better. That's spoken, first of all, that's humble and spoken like a true artist, you know what I'm saying? Because I always say it's the process that people like, right? The fame and stuff like that, they want to get rid of the fame when you hear the celebrities, but the process, that hunger, that passion is what really drives them to that next level, the art form, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the artists, they come out, they drop singles, and then they out of space, they totally change. None of their songs is on the same level, and we miss that person, right, that they used to be. And it's just good to see somebody who is still doing that and still has a hunger for it. Like I can see it through all your social medias and stuff. Like, yo, you are hungry for this and passionate about it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I was just talking about that on Twitter, actually. By the way, you can add me on Twitter as well, Coolest Mell. Everything is Coolest Mell. IG, Twitter, Facebook. But I was talking about this on Twitter, basically just building my story. You know what I mean? It's like it's a process of I'm just going through my journey. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's the fact of, like, I'm going through my trials and tribulations. I don't have nobody, like, no mentor, nobody to fund me or anything like that. I'm not backed up by no label. I'm doing this all solely from just me working and actually funding my own stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just me, creating my journey and building a story.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, when I do get to that point,
Yeah.
when I do get to the platform, the spot that I'm aiming for, I know that my story is going to be amazing. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Yeah, that's good to hear, because honestly, those days of, you know what I'm saying, people just dropping a song, getting a deal in 1 week is gone. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much a lifelong journey. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of sacrifice. You're on the road to sacrifices right now, but you're right. Once you get there, it'll be definitely worth it. You gotta take your steps, man.
Yeah, like, you can't skip chapters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all it is just creating your story, so that way when you do get to your platform, you got something to talk about.
Yeah,
that's what people are more attracted to. People are not attracted to the fact of what you're talking about here. I mean, like, your content, rap about money, cars, and stuff like this. They want to know about the artist, like how the artist came up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what makes hardcore fans.
Yeah.
It just, creating your foundation and making your foundation sturdy.
True.
And not trying to just, come up overnight, which is something that a lot of people want to do these days. It's like, I got to find a banger or find a hit. Or they doing something to try to get some type of attention. They doing the things that's out of their character. Like, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not trying to do things that's out of my character to, make me look like a clown or something. You know what I mean? It's like this whole, everything just, the clout chasing. So it's like, if you just stay true to who you are, eventually it's going to happen. And you just got to, just create your story. Don't rush it. Don't skip no chapters.
Yeah, man. So with that being said, I want to ask you, like, how are you, right? Like, people ask that generic question all the time. But just in your story, I want to ask you, like, really, Like, how are you? How are you, Mel? Like, physically, mentally, spiritually, musically, all that. Like, how are you, bro?
Man, I had a journey. Like I said, I had a journey. I like before I went through depression. I witnessed them dark times. So now, like me going through that, it made me. It's almost like a butterfly in a cocoon.
Yeah.
Where it's like when you come out them dark days, you start to flourish and you start to understand what life really is about.
Yeah.
So it made me a lot more wiser. Way before my time, actually. Like at the time that I went through that, I was real young. So I was thinking about things that was that people my age wasn't thinking about. So it kind of, made me alienate myself from a lot of people. Not because I think I'm better than anybody, but it's just the fact that I went through some dark times, and now I got a more clearer view. But now it's like, I'm protecting my energy, protecting my happiness. I'm not staying around people that's bad minded, or people that's trying to doubt you, or trying to put doubt into your life, or try to speak doubt into your your how can I say your story.
Yeah, your movement.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Your movement. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm just trying to stay pure as possible and just try to protect my energy a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm in a good space, man. I'm in a good spiritual space. I'm physically well. I'm physically good. I'm not no sicknesses. I'm good through the grace of God. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. No, and that's good to hear, man, because I think we've seen it too many times where rappers go out on the hustle to grind, and then they make it and they get sick and then they gone too soon, right? And especially in the black community, there's a lot of things that we got to take into consideration. Now, I will say there are a couple of artists now that are living a healthy lifestyle. Like, you got Styles P and them talking about juicing. The vegan movement is coming a lot more prominent from people that you visibly see. And then, Charlemagne is talking about mental health. And I think like all those things are wrapped up into music. We just never talked about them before,
But speaking of that, man, like I met with Charlemagne one time. Like
Okay.
I went to a documentary viewing in the village.
Yeah.
And I ran, and it happened to be one of his documentaries. I happened to see him in there. We spoke about that, like about mental health and stuff like that. So, real cool dude too, real humble.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely met him before, and the conversation that you have with him catches you off guard in real life because you're used to how he is on the radio. But then, like, when he talked to you, he's really interested in who you are as a person, right? He asks you certain questions, and it kind of made me feel like, what I'm saying, feel like I was having a normal conversation, really, a normal person. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely has a way with words and making people feel comfortable and understanding. And he's definitely inspiration. That's dope that you got a chance to speak to him, because I walked away, inspired, like, yo, I got to, look at this a little bit more from what he be saying and what he outlined. So I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah, he did a complete turnaround, man. I remember when he was like the most hated. Now it's like people understand who he, people understand who he really is, and understand that he really just try to, get answers for the people.
Yeah.
And not try to, beat around the bush with a lot of things. So he just, straightforward.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's what you got to be, straightforward with everything.
Yeah.
Your music, what you're saying, and just being firm about what you're saying, and stand behind what you're saying.
Yeah, like you said, you gotta build that story, and then you gotta it's like live that story in nowadays in a realistic way. So the days of just making stuff up and putting a gun bar on every song is gone. It's more authenticity they want now.
Right.
And so that's like my next question, and talking about being authentic and a vibe. Your music, how did you get into music?
Oh, yo, honestly, I was like, I started from high school. But
Okay.
honestly speaking, I didn't take it serious until I want to say like about 4 years ago. I say about 4 or 5 years ago. But I used to just bang on the tables in high school, make little funny raps and stuff like that. So, and then like at the time that I started doing my my harmony, the melodies, that's when it wasn't really like how it is now. Everybody was still giving the straight raps.
Yeah.
They was talking about, shooting up everything and stuff like that. So, and at that time, Kid Cudi had came out. So he really inspired me to just go ahead and go hard with melodies and start, doing, harmonies and stuff like that. So, I would say like sometime at the high school, like when I got a little into college, that's when I started taking it a little serious, take it more serious.
Okay.
Ever since then, I never turned back.
Yo, the world definitely doesn't acknowledge the impact that Kid Cudi had on the game. I mean, monumental.
Like he elevated what where we are now. If I'm making any sense. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, there was other artists that came out with the singing and rap, like Nelly. Like you had the Nelly, the Bone Thugs and Harmonies, and even Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? But Kid Cudi, but Kid Cudi came out with a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
What he spoke about was something different. The content was different. It was more refreshing.
Yeah.
So it inspired me to want to, to be yourself more, not try to, put on a facade and be like, oh yeah, I gotta go out there and talk about guns, drugs, and all types of different stuff. So it's like it just encouraged you to just speak about who you really are, tell your story more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a more interesting way too, right? Because my first introduction to Cudi was on the 10 Deep mixtape. I don't know if you remember, like, the clothing line 10 Deep was kind of big. I want to say in the mid early 2000s, maybe like 2007, 8, or 9. I can't remember. And he had the mixtape, and he had the song, Maui Wowie, going back to Cali, all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, I don't think people realize what he's doing. Like, it was a whole nother vibe. And even when the Day and Night hit, when Day and Night popped, there was nothing that sounded like that. Every radio station everywhere was playing that, like, literally a million times.
Remember, at that time, that's when they would. What's that? What they used to call it? Backpack rap.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like backpack. Yeah. So at that time, it was backpack rap. You had the Mac Millers, with Khalifa's.
Yeah.
The Courage. Like, you had all those rappers. Like, those rappers was popping at that time. So Kid Cudi, like, he was in his own lane, like really in his own lane at that time. I mean,
that's true. I forgot about that. Damn, the backpack era. Yo, that shit was crazy. That was crazy. Yo, because they always would rap with book bags on. That shit was crazy. Yo, that was funny. Yo, but that is so. But no, that's dope to see, because I don't think people really understand the influence that music have when it grabs you, right? It's like when it puts its hands on you, it's just like this energy inside that you got to get out. That's how I always described it, because I was the same way. Like, we used to fuck around at the music in high school, ciphers in the bathroom, and then it just went to, like, messing around with it, always having bars with me, and then, you know what I'm saying, trying to put them down. But then putting them down on songs, it kind of it went from one thing to another, and then that's when it kind of expanded for me. And I was like, wow, this is, like, amazing. It's like a feeling that you have, And that's just beautiful that so many other people get to share that joy, because it's almost like nothing else that you can fit, like, you can describe how the way it feels,
Right. Now, what I said before, I was saying that I told somebody before that when I go to the studio, I go with music. Like, when I lay down my songs, it's never the same consistent vibe. Mm-hmm. And I always see it's weird, but I will always see my songs as, like, little capsules, and it's like me putting energy in a capsule, and I'm just capping it off. And when I release it, that's when I open the capsule so you can get the energy for the vibe. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So it's just like each song has a different vibe, a different feel, different energy. So that way, like, when I record, I never know what I'm going to do with the song. I just record it. I just release energy. Whatever energy I have in me, that's what I put into the music. And I just cap it off and save it, store it for the next project. Yeah. So that way, when I do, come up, I decide when to release a project, then I could kind of go in my storage. You know what I mean? Go in my storage and start looking like, all right, well, this is the vibe that I want. This is the vibe that I need. And then that's how you come up with your projects. Like, that's how I come up with my projects.
I mean, no, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I could kind of tell from the clips I've seen on your Instagram and Twitter, like, you definitely have a different vibe, but it's like it'll be lined up. So basically, like what you're saying, like, you'll have, like, your tweets, and then you'll do something, and then you'll drop a visual or a song that'll be just pretty much everything that you were going that direction for. So it's like, you're right. it is the big pop, and it is the what you were saying, like in that area. That's crazy. That's a good way to put it. And you know, everybody's songwriter is different, and that's why I thought it's so interesting now to see how many people do things differently. You know, so when it comes to that, like, so do you like pick out the beats? Like, how are you do? You have an in-house producer? Like, how do you do it? Do you write on paper, or how do you sort of put it all down?
Well, like I got this song called Love Song, right? And that was like one of the songs that really pushed me over the edge a little bit. It buzzed me.
That might be like a top 10 song
Yeah,
in New
like,
York, for real, for real.
Like, yo, now I can tell you how that even happened. Like, A Boogie, his you know, like I guess his fiance now, or like his girl, baby mom.
Okay.
But like her name Ella Benz, and one day like my homie hit me up. He was like, "Yo, Ella Benz posted your music." I'm like, "Who is that? I don't even know who she is." And no lie, like once she posted it, it was just like it was go time from there. Know what I mean? But that song, Love Song, I did it in increments. Know what I mean? I didn't write the whole song in one day. I broke it up in pieces.
Took your
So
time.
I probably wrote, I took my time with it, because if you go listen to the song and each line was something that you could relate to.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people liked it, because it's something that was something relatable. You know what I mean? And I took my time on, you know, expressing myself through the music and make sure I hit the pockets correctly.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to the beat was like it's a weird beat. I mean, but it was just something that just resonated with the people, and the people loved it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so that's what it was. I just wrote it bits and pieces, and then it all came together. It's like painting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you paint the head 1st, you paint the eyebrows, then the next day you come back, you start shading it in, then you start, you know, doing an outline. So it's just like I'm painting a picture.
Yeah, I remember Lupe had a good quote, and because people were rushing him like, "Yo, where's your project at? Where's your next project?" And he was like, "Look, y'all, it's not a race." You know what I'm saying? He's got to take the time that he needs to come up with what he needs to come up with, through whatever process that he chooses, basically. And I wish, from what you just said, I wish a lot more artists, you know what I'm saying, did that. You know, I feel like, you know, we got for a long time, I guess I don't know how long that mumble rap lasted, you know what I'm saying, but it seemed like they were just, you know, putting out quantity over quality, you know, and it was overshadowing the people who had quality, because, you know what I'm saying, we put on a pot, we let it simmer, we slow cooking it, and then we have a great meal. When they just eating fast food, you know what I'm saying, get fat. But I like to hear that, man, when you took your time and actually made the record make sense.
Right, yeah.
That's genius, my friend, man. That's genius. But I was living in Brooklyn at the time, I believe, and I was, you know, moving around Brooklyn a little bit, seeing what was going on, and I believe that's when around the time I came across that song, and I remember being like, "Damn, this shit crazy. This dude, you know what I'm saying? That's whoever made that is talented." And
Right.
I just heard the song first, and then I believe it was the visuals for that, and the visuals I thought was just equally impressive. Like the stage, it was like he did the show, I guess the stage, and it had the projector, and I guess it was like the words behind it. And that was one, after that, I think that was one of the first times I seen somebody do that. But then after that, it kind of seemed like I saw everybody do that. You know what I'm saying? Like have that projector vibe.
Wait, you talking about you talking about my performance?
It was a performance, yeah, for Love Song, or the video.
Yeah. Yeah, when I had the projector, like I don't know, man. It's like I can't really explain, man. It's just like when you do something, there's always somebody like watch. There's always somebody watching.
Yeah.
This is why I'm always cautious about what I'm doing,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, what I'm putting out into the universe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that it don't matter if it's a little kid, if it's somebody my age, or somebody that got plans on signing me or whatever. It's people watching you.
Yep. You never know.
I mean, you always want to put out quality. Always want to be about quality. You know what I mean? Because when you're about quality, then you attract quality people.
Yep.
Like you saying, like if you keep, you know, doing things, if you out here and you jumping off roofs and stuff like that, and you doing things for clout, like you gonna be looked at as a person that I could play with you. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You're a
It's a
clown.
joke. Yeah.
You're a joke. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like that's just something that you can't play with me. You know what I mean? It's just like I respect everybody, and I treat people with respect, and I would want you to treat me with respect because I treat you like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when it came to, like, let's say, I'll just say love song, right? For example. So when you created it, what was that first day like when you went to go put it out? Because you know how we got songs that we'd be sitting on, and you'd be like, "Yo, I think I'm ready to put it out tomorrow." Like, how was that feeling when you dropped it? Like when you hit, you know what I'm saying, send on whatever streaming service that you had it on. Like, how did that feel?
Surprisingly, I didn't drop it with no expectations. I thought it was a song that I just thought it was just another, like, I considered it to be a freestyle.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no hook to it.
Hook to it, yeah.
You know, so I was like, I'm gonna just put it out, and that's just gonna be another song on my SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
But just so happened, it just happened to take off, and it was totally unexpected. It took me by surprise because it's like when it happened, I didn't even plan on doing a video after. So like when I did the video, we was in a rush to get the video out because the song was taking off so well.
Yeah.
You know, so even with the video, I was going through a lot of trial and error with that video. You know what I mean? So
yeah, videos is tough, man.
Yeah, like I dealt with two people in that video. Man. I had to get the file from the director.
Yeah.
Because the director, he said that the file deleted and stuff like that. Then I had to get the files, take it to a whole different editor. Mm. It was just a whole process, but it came out dope.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, and again, that's my story. Like that's the story of it.
Yeah, and that's a good point because, you know, people consume content on minute videos on IG and however long on Twitter. And, you know, because back there, I think when you dropped that, it wasn't like the IG story. So you couldn't even put anything longer. And they don't understand how behind the scenes, how much trouble it is. And I think they're harsh critics when somebody does something themselves and it's not to the way that they would like it. You get what I'm saying? When they didn't spend 15 hours editing it, or when they did, like you said, have the files, have to recover it, take it to a whole nother person, another borough or wherever. And just all that running around trying to get it done, like you said, probably within a 48-hour timeline, right? Like the joint's taking off, you don't want to drop it 2 weeks later. It's hard, especially like when you're independent, right? And you're doing everything yourself. You know,
absolutely.
so that's why you gotta support these artists, man, for real. Support artists like Coolest Mell.
I was talking about that again on Twitter. You know, just like when you see people grind, it don't gotta be about music. It's just like entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Like if you out here grinding, you trying to get your business off the ground, and you handling your own business, and you creating, like you gonna go through those emotions. You're gonna go through the emotions of, you know, should you give up? Should you keep going? Sometimes you're not gonna want to create other days. Sometimes you're gonna feel like more motivated. You're gonna have up and downs. So that's why I say, like, when people see people out here grinding and they trying to start something and they trying to get it from the from the ground up, like words of affirmation is appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like just telling somebody like I'm proud of you, like that could go a long way for a person that creates.
Yeah.
Or that's a business owner or trying to get it from the ground up. Like that go a long way. Just hearing that gives a little motivation.
Yeah. And that was actually, I was going to ask that next, like what motivated you to keep going? Because, you know, there's a lot of people that put songs out and didn't get any, you know what I'm saying, return, you know, congratulations or love, and they just quit. You get what I'm saying? Like what was it when you dropped your first song that you said, yo, I think I can do this? Well,
it's my vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like when I got a vision, I cling to my vision, and that's exactly what it is. Like if I got that vision, I just got to go after it. And I know that ain't gonna be easy, but it's possible.
Yeah,
it's not easy, but it's definitely possible. It's not painful. It just takes hard work and grind.
It's like you believe in yourself.
Having faith in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep pushing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, pushing through them feelings of feeling doubtful. You know what I mean? When you're feeling doubtful, just push through those. That feeling gonna go. It's gonna go away. Just gotta keep pushing.
Yeah, there's two type of artists I see out here. There's artists that move around with a small circle, and there's artists that move around with a large circle, right? And it seems like the artists that's in the larger circles are getting their validation from the people around them, not themselves. So you got someone saying what's hot, someone kind of saying what bars they should use if they ask them, somebody saying what the video should look like, instead of them coming up with the ideas. And then as they become more successful, the circle gets smaller. They can't come up with a good idea to say they lost, you know?
Right.
And it comes to somebody like you who's working like from the ground up on every piece, from writing to what the beat's gonna sound like, to what the video looks like, to where he should perform at, how he's gonna market it. You got the whole system. You understanding the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's love right there. That's what's up, man. I'm glad that, you know, you getting the full experience and understand the full experience. 'Cause a lot of people don't understand it at all.
Yeah, I'm like, just to piggyback on what you said about the, you know, the large group. And the reason why they kind of they happen to pop a little more faster than people that's like in smaller groups is because it's a psychological thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was talking to somebody before. I was telling them, like, you know, when it comes to music, like what I try to do is, you know, just try to have as much fun as possible with it. It's like when you coming out a party, you know what I mean? When you coming out a party and the party is over, people they tend to look for another party. Like, all right, let's look for something that's gonna be, you know, jumping.
Yeah.
And they walking past bars that's like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These bars that's connected, but they stop at that one bar that they see the whole. Everybody there getting lit. They having fun. They screaming. They gonna want to know what's happening inside.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So it's like that's gonna make people that's like having fun and actually just enjoying your journey and just like, you know, just showing the people like it's, you know, the water's fine. You could come party with us.
Yeah, right.
I mean, so it's just about having fun, and that's what it is with large groups. They really genuinely just be having fun.
Yeah.
And people be interested and they want to be a part of it.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to put it. You know, there's a lot of talk about, I want to say, you know, people judge music based on, like you kind of said, who else is listening to it and who else is suggesting it, right? Instead of judging music by is it good or not, right? Like that should be the ultimate judge of music. Is it good or not? Instead of just, oh, yo, this person told me to listen to this song, this person, or they're playing this song on the radio, or I heard this song on a TV show. That's not a good judgment. That's to show you a popular song, but that might not show you a good song.
Not true. Like, but it's just like if music lovers, like true music lovers, they don't need anybody to tell them like, yo, listen to this, listen to this. They go out there and find it.
Yeah.
A lot of times people they don't know how to search the music. They don't know what to look for.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
I mean,
playlists. That's right.
Yeah, so it's like the music that's in front of their face. So it's like the music that's on the radio. Those are the songs that they listen to.
Yep.
You know, so. And you got some people that don't even want to listen to underground. They just want to listen to strictly mainstream music.
Yeah, that's true. So talking about that, who are you listening to besides yourself nowadays?
Oh man, I was just saying, my playlist is like an emotional roller coaster. So I could go from one day you want to get into something, you want to get in some beef, then you could get into your feelings, and next minute you feeling inspired. Like I listen to a whole bunch of artists. I can't really pinpoint, to be honest with you. Like I listen to like Coldplay.
Yeah, okay.
I listen to Kevin Gates.
Okay.
Who else? Sada Baby. I like Sada Baby. That's another artist that I like. But I even down to to Afrobeat. I got a girl named Tinny. I went to African Festival not too long ago, and I discovered her. Oh,
Afro Punk?
Yeah, no, not Afro Punk.
Afro Beats.
One Africa Festival. It was
Okay.
They played a lot of Afro beat, and I came across I discovered an artist named Tenny, and another artist named John Praiser. Like real dope artists, man. And it's like, but my playlist is extensive. I could go on and on, but for the most part, I try to play cool as Mell.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I tell everybody, man, if you got a friend that makes music, just pick one of their songs, put it on repeat, and let it play all night. That's the most love you can show somebody. It don't gotta be $1, nothing. Just put it on repeat for the night. Thank you.
Man, I don't even got to do that, man, because I'm just one of them people that's just going to repeat the song even when I'm not asleep. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I mean, but for the most part, I just, I run Cool as Mell dry to this.
Yeah, definitely.
A little more left, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. I definitely try to listen to a wide variety of music, from the alternative to the rock. I go back a little bit to the 80s rock, you know what I'm saying? Just depending on where I'm at. But when it comes to the hip hop, I'm the same thing. I try to listen to a lot of unknown guys, right? So I listen to a lot of music that, you might not hear about. So one of the guys I'm listening to is this guy out of Boston. His name is G.O.D. He spells it Giodee. And then this other dude, IDK. IDK is getting a little popular though. And he's kind of getting away from his normal stuff. But, those two guys are prime examples, right? Of just putting out songs, and then going to get it, right? I think they both moved out to Cali and they was doing showcases out there. And then the dude IDK just, bumped into Kanye. So I know him and Kanye is working on some stuff. And it's like that's kind of how it happens. Just one day, you're just a regular artist. And the next day, you're in a room with somebody who you're supposed to be in a room with,
Mm-hmm.
You never know. I know. So when it comes to beats and stuff like that, how do you pick beats? Like, do you just like do the YouTube thing? Or are you having like a producer make them? Or how do you go about it?
Now, I usually get, most of the time, sometimes I'll get producers that'll send me beats. Like some people would just hit me up on Instagram sometimes and be like, y'all want to send me a beat pack.
That's what's up. That's love.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's love. So sometimes I use I get beats from there. I got a homie named Get 'em Diz and Lotto. They go by Visionary, and they're a group and they come up with beats and they throw me beats. Sometimes I may go searching on the web.
Yeah.
It depends on what mood I'm in. Like if my mood is something more hyper and I need something right then and there, I'm going to search the web. If I'm feeling something that's like, okay, like I got a melody in mind, I got something that I want to put on a record. Yeah. I'm going to hit my boys up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. Yeah. I've heard some other people, they process a little different. A lot of times they come up with a song the minute they hear the right beat, right? So it's like, if you ever seen like some of the footage or early footage of like Hov and Kanye, where they'll put a beat on for Hov and he won't even respond to it physically, right? And then they put that one beat on, his like whole body explodes. He can feel it in his soul, like down to his toes. And he just they always say Hov starts mumbling to himself in the corner. And it's like, that's when they know it's the right beat for Hov. And I've seen a lot of artists like that too, where a beat will come on, nothing. The right one come on, everything changed. They got half the thing already instantly, like that quick. So, but I always think that spark of creativity is what you can't is worth $1 million. Like that is the feeling and energy that spark. You know what I'm saying? That starts everything.
Right.
Yeah, so that's dope.
Say like when it comes to like writing the process of writing. Like it's the same way with me. Mm-hmm. Like I hit a beat, I feel it, and I might come up with the hook right then and there. So sometimes I came up with a hook like literally soon as the beat, like soon as I hit a beat and I had a beat drop. It's just like
inspiration.
You listen to it, you feel it, and you recognize with it. And it's like writing. It's like writing an essay. Yeah. You come out with come out with the outline, your thesis, and then you fill it in with the body. So you know what I mean? It's just like that. Like you outlining. When you mumbling and you get in the recognition of the beat, then you fill it in with the words. Mm-hmm. So.
Nice. So, as far as you've been an artist for a couple years now, you all the way out there, right? You jumped off the porch. You're doing shows. You're hooking up with different, companies. What part of being an artist do you like the best? Is it the writing, performing, finding beats, or like working on the promotion side? What's the part that you like the most? And I would say that you hate the most.
What I like the most is performing and just creating.
Yeah.
but not in that order. I would say in order, creating and performing. Because it's like me, because I know like the music, like when I feel the music and I know that the music good, I want everybody else to hear it too. So I know that the best way for you to hear it is for me to perform it, so that way you can really feel it. And understand the expression.
Yeah, I mean, creatives now is a whole vibe. You know, you definitely have to be a creative nowadays because, you know, I guess I don't know how they used to do shows back in the day, but nowadays, basically you have to curate your own show, right? Because it seemed like it was a hard time in the tri-state. Because I'm originally from Jersey. I moved to Brooklyn, and there wasn't no shows in Jersey. There was hardly any shows in New York at one point until people started doing their own, like pop-ups.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those type of events and throwing their own type of concerts. And they had to create the vibes, like caught something else with performances. You had to think outside the box to get the momentum going. So that's definitely a big part of it. You got to be a creative first. I definitely think so.
Right.
So you got to tell me how you came up with the idea to do the songs on your Instagram with the different filters and lights.
Oh yeah. Oh, so how that concept came up, I had bought a camera. I had bought a new camera, and I was like, I just got to put the content out. So now what I did was, I would just, set up my camera, and I would just, just flow, just, sing the song, just so I could put the content out. And I was just like, watching back at the video, I was like, wait, I got a microphone. So I put the mic, So I put the microphone. So I put the microphone there just to show people, like, all right, just to recognize, to resonate, resonate with the people and show them that this is music. I'm rapping. I'm not talking. I'm not blogging. I'm not doing nothing. It's strictly music. And ever since then, I realized the love I've been getting back from people. The amount of interaction I've been getting. So I was like, let me just keep it going.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good look, man. I mean, first of all, whatever camera it is super 4K, right? It's definitely HD. It looks good, man. And then it's all about the lighting. Like when you hear anybody talk about video, because I was getting into a lot of video stuff, and the first thing they say is lighting, right? And you put the different filter effects on there. And then, like you said, I think it's a great ass idea that you added the mic. Like it looks amazing. It's on the quality and level it needs to be at. Like you were just saying about keeping everything on the line and keep everything to quality. That's right there, man. That's quality right there. And I appreciate that. And it's a different thing from some of your other stuff. So you've got your performance footage, you got your videos, and then you got this. And so this is another element that you got, you know what I'm saying, that gives you a good look. I mean, you could really, really diversify with that. So with that, like, let's talk about some of the music business going on. Like, do you do your YouTube stuff too?
Oh yeah, of course. Everything Coolest Mell. If you go on YouTube, type in Coolest Mell, COOLESTMELL, you're gonna find a lot of my catalog. My catalog is getting up. I mean, I think I got about like 12 videos up there.
Okay.
12 videos of fire, flames, so people can enjoy.
But now, if you had to say one that's your favorite, which one would you recommend for everybody to listen to?
Draco. Yeah, Draco.
Okay.
But it's like, when you tune into the YouTube channel, you're gonna see some videos that's gonna be like, wait, this looks interesting. So like, I got Draco. Then after that is Hold It Down. Hold It Down is a video I came up with a whole storyline for. So like all my videos, I create my own treatment, and I present it to the director, which is helpful for him.
Yeah. Because
a lot of times artists, they come to directors and videographers, and they be like, yo, I just want to shoot a video. And then the director got to go create the treatment.
Yeah.
But me, I create my own treatments.
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah, that's how it should be. That's dope. And then so, because I know, with the podcast and then just trying to monetize, YouTube always gave me the biggest returns when it came to monetization. They changed it. We were on YouTube before they changed the limit, right? Because it used to be anybody could monetize. Then they changed it to 1,000. We was like, damn, we was so upset. That was actually when the girl went up in the YouTube studios and was shooting in Cali because of that. Because they dropped it. They had 1,000 or something like that. But YouTube messed up with that. But yeah, YouTube still gave the best return on monetization. And I was messing around with the TuneCore a lot. TuneCore was cool, but I just felt like TuneCore was more robotic, right? You put your stuff on there, you don't hear from nobody. But I always felt like they should, for the amount of people in small areas like New York, New Jersey, cities wide, they should have had more artist reps. You know what I'm saying? But I know these companies don't have artist development anymore, but they still needed to have some events. So I actually had ran into one of the guys from TuneCore at the A3C festival in Atlanta, which is like the big music conference, and A3C stands for all three coasts. And I was talking to him and I was telling him that, right, to his face, his white guy. And then they started doing small stuff like that. So this goes back to what you're saying, like people always be looking and kind of using your ideas. Sometimes it's good to just do your ideas first. But I was trying to pitch it to the dude to let me help him throw it, because at the time I was throwing events and stuff like that at concerts, and I was trying to get him to let me throw it on their behalf, but they just did it on their own, which I kind of expected them to. But I'm still glad they did something like that, or started doing more partnerships, because you kind of need to.
Yeah, it's a lot of vultures in this industry, man. So like I learned many times that you can't be sharing your ideas too tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you share your ideas with certain people, they gonna jack you for real, and they ain't even gonna give you credit.
Nah.
I mean, so it's like I learned that for a long time ago.
Yeah. So speaking of that and talking about the A3C, did you ever think about going to any of like the festivals or the big music conferences like South by or A3C, or I'm trying to think what other ones they have? There's any music conference.
You said, do I plan to perform at any?
Yeah, do you ever think about going?
Going? Like, what do you mean, like, going?
Like, so like A3C is like a 3-day conference, but it's like they got
Oh, you talking about like Made in America?
Well, it's not like it's kind of like Made in America, but not like that. Made in America is like this outside concert, but this is like A3C is like you go there and they got people from the music industry there. They got like an artist development panel. They got panels and stuff. They might have a podcast panel.
So like a network event.
It's like a networking event. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been a couple of those. Before.
Because they got it's
A3C
A3C and South by Southwest is the big two.
Okay. Now, usually what I do is I used to I network wherever. Like one day I get these little urges sometimes. One day I just woke up in the morning and said I wanted to do something that I normally don't do, because that's just like who I am. Sometimes I get that urge, just do something that's out the norm. So I just did an impulsive purchase. I bought like this big speaker. I went downtown Brooklyn and I just plugged my music up and I just started handing out my cards.
Nice.
I started tapping in with the people, and that's like that right there is exactly what showed a lot of people. I met a lot of people to see that seen the grind, the determination.
Yeah.
So it's like that was something that showed me that I needed to do that a lot more. Be out there with the people, tapping in with the people, and just connecting.
Yeah, man.
The content is there. The music's there. It's just the fact that getting the people, getting it to the people.
Yeah, I would definitely say, man, look into that A3C. It's in Atlanta, and it's the same thing. Like they got different workshops during the day, different sponsors, right? That are looking for artists, and then they have concerts. So you can basically submit for free to be an official artist. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, yeah. So it's legit. It's legit, and they have it every year. It's just been getting bigger and bigger in Atlanta, and then South by. South by is like probably the biggest music networking event in Austin, Texas. I mean, like they got like probably like no lie, like 1,500 showcases going on and performances going on this one street. And you just meet and hand out music, and you just see a lot of people. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it because you're right. You got to get out there. Brooklyn is probably like if you can do it in Brooklyn, you know what they say, if you can do it in New York, you could do it anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you, like, so what is it like being an artist from Brooklyn, like making music in Brooklyn and living in Brooklyn? Like, there's so much history there.
Yo, Brooklyn is where it's at, man. I love Brooklyn. I'm always love Brooklyn. I mean, but it's tough. It's tough. It builds character.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I love New York. So I love Brooklyn. I'm originally from Brooklyn. I mean,
Yeah. That's important.
Best side to be accept.
Yeah.
So when people ask me like how, ask the same question as that, like how is it? I always feel like it builds character.
Yeah.
And because that way it's like the tough love that we get out here. It's like when we go somewhere else and we receive the love, it's like it's warming, it's welcoming to us, because we used to just gotta get it, gotta hustle, gotta move, fast pace. Everything is like, that's what they say. What they say, like in a New York minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we always on the go, like always.
Yeah.
Always on the grind.
So when you said you went out there and was playing your music and handing out your cards and stuff, you went to Atlantic Terminal?
Atlantic Terminal?
Yeah, down there by the Barclays Center.
Oh, now I went over there by where they built the new mall at. Was that Point? I forgot what they call it now. Something Point Mall or something. I don't know what it's called, but where the old Toys R Us. That's.
Oh, okay. I think I know you're talking about.
That's old Brooklyn, but here like the big mall right there by Junior's Cheesecake.
Oh, Albee Square.
Albee Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call it now.
Yeah. But that's what I think it used to be. But yeah, I know you're talking about where they put the there's like a Century 21 right there on J Street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was all up and down that strip, man, with my music. Somebody came up to me and I was playing it, cause they came up to me and was like, "Yo, I hate your joint all the way from down the block." I'm like, "Word." Yeah,
that's what's up.
Like, I mean, but it was fun though. I mean, I met some dope people, tapped in with a lot of good people. Got the music out there. I definitely got to do it some more. Definitely got to do it again. Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of stories of people getting discovered like that in different shows. I remember they had these kids that would go to Times Square and they would play. They were like, one would play. It was 3 kids. One would play the guitar, drums, and the other one would play like the bass. And they would do Times Square basically every day, and eventually ended up, on the Tonight Show, like ridiculously talented to be able to play, rock music like that. I remember coming to New York early 90s, well, not early 90s. I want to correct that. Mid to late 90s, like 98, 99, and coming to Times Square and always seeing people rapping, like for real. Like it was that type of environment in New York. Like somebody's gonna either have a CD or be asking you to can they rap for you, and that's just how it used to be. And I think New York has gotten away from that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And especially Times Square, because everybody got a costume on now, like, but you're right. It used to be a mecca for music, and it'd be nice if they got back to it.
Yeah, I mean, but times change. Like, unfortunately, they making cars without the CD ports anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Nobody, I mean, everything is Bluetooth. So it's like, handing out your business. Handing out your CDs is like, it's almost extinct at this point. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta be, you gotta get with the time.
Yeah, it's true.
The time of it now is like hand out your business cards. Like try to find a way. Like I thought about it, like how can I get somebody to tap in their phone right here, right then and here, right now in front of me, and listen to the music. And that's what I came up with. Came up with a way. With, put my music on my business cards, put a picture on there that was going to attract some people, and I, tell them like, listen, you can go on your phone, it's free, I ain't charging you nothing.
Yeah.
To get business cards, it's like $10. You get like what, 500 cards, $10.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. People don't know that. That's good. It's not that expensive.
So, it's not that expensive, and and that's investing. I'd rather invest in my career that way, like instead of just going, instead of paying somebody to post my video, $100 there.
Mm-hmm.
I tap in with the people. Go spend $10 on some business cards. Go downtown Brooklyn, play my music, hand out my business cards. Tap in.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I think it works both ways too. Like, you definitely got to have that physical presence, and the online presence is big. I hate Facebook, but I still can't deny that, you know, a lot of places will ask you, well, what's the Facebook page? You know what I'm saying? And then they check to see how many likes you got on that group page. And I hate that. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like it minimalizes what you do to a bunch of likes from people who, you know, you don't need their validation from, you know?
Yeah.
It should just be like I was saying, like, if your music good or not. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, it's definitely a lot about the Facebook. You know, I was doing the Facebook when they first started the ads. I was doing some of the boosting for stuff. I mean, you get a good return on it, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of, I guess you can calculate it and get, you know, a certain return from it, but it's kind of all over the place when you do it, because you got to set up these filters and it just grabs random people. So you'll get 10,000 like views or something, or so many likes from it, but they're not direct people. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't reach out and touch them. You can't, they're not sending you messages. You know, they're not clicking links, basically. It's just, they saw it. You know, it's kind of weird.
Right. Yeah. It's basically just running it past people's eyes.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. It's weird how it works, but I've seen people really put numbers behind it and get returns. Like, I think I was watching some marketing thing and some guy put like 20,000 behind Facebook marketing, and like his returns were like through the roof. But like, that's unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not realistic. You're gonna put, if anything, $10 to $20 in there. You're not putting 200, 2,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and if Facebook wants us to do that, they are crazy.
I ain't even know you can put that much on ads. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like there's like a lot of people for these companies, man, and you know, that's Facebook's main way of making money, because they're basically a free platform, and those ads and go hard. I mean, I hate the fact that if I look at something or I'm watching something and I go on Facebook, Instagram, I automatically see what I was looking at advertising towards me. I hate that shit. I hate that. And then I swear to you, even one time I was thinking about something, didn't say it, went on the Facebook, there's an ad right there for it. That shit freaked me out so bad. I hate that. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Nah, man, like, with the ads though, it's like, it's other ways you could do things too. Like, it's like, that's why marketing is important.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's other ways you could market the music, but you know, ads is ads is a big thing today. Like, if you go on YouTube now, like,
yeah.
You can't even watch a YouTube video without it being, you know, doused with the ads.
Mm-hmm.
You got like 3-4 ads before you could get to the end of the video.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So, still talking about the music business here. I know you was working with Major Stage for a little while. How'd you get hooked up with them?
I got actually reached out to me when they first started up.
Mm-hmm.
Good peoples, man, real good peoples. What I could say though is, like, they showed me so much love, man. I can't even lie. Like, anytime I needed a booking for a show, they always reached out. They expanded. It's a good company, man. A real good company.
Yeah, I definitely
I like what they doing. Yeah, I like what they doing. Like, they got the in-house studio thing going on with with a lot of artists. So yeah, it's just good company.
Yeah, Major Stage was probably like the first company in New York that I seen reaching out to independents, right? Because a lot of it was, you got to be somebody to do something or know somebody to do something. They were like, yo, if you nice and got good music, we'll mess with you. Because that was one of the first shows I had in New York. I reached out to them and got on when they was doing stuff at the Pyramid. I got on their little show. And yeah, like you said, good group of guys, and they just keep grinding. I know they expanded into some other areas, like you were saying, like they do not only rap, they do alternative, and I know they do like
they got R&B.
R&B, yeah.
And yeah, then they got so nice. So that's why I said they doing it right, and they doing a lot of things that a lot of people aren't doing with their shows. They let artists fully like have full creative control. You know, like when you go to some of these showcases, these performances and shows and stuff like that, they tell you can't put this on the screen, you can't do that, or you can't do like. Anytime I had a show with Major Stage, they let me have full creative control. Like I not to toot my own horn, but I was the first artist actually that had a projector in the back showing my video.
That's what I was saying. Like I never seen anybody do it before you.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So like, and again, like it's just I guess when people see that you could do something, it's like it's over from there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But I think about it from a marketing point. Like I knew at that time people liked me for my videos because my videos is like pure quality. It was creative, so I got complimented on my videos. So I was like, you know what? Let me find a way to promote my music, my videos, so I could have people, more traffic go to the YouTube. And I did that. Took my time, put my what's that PowerPoint?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I put that together, chopped it up, and I gave it to Major Stage. They put it on the screen for me. So, I'm always thankful for what for them doing that.
Yeah, that was definitely dope. Definitely dope company. Definitely dope performance. So then Audio Mac, right? You doing work with them?
Nah, my man, shout out to Donnie Durag. He put me on about that. Audio Mac, I see is coming up too. Audio Mac, I like how it is. Like the numbers is more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like SoundCloud is like, I feel like with SoundCloud the numbers don't give you an accurate number until like some time after.
Yeah.
But like Audio Mac is real time numbers.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like so like, and it lets you know like if a person's repeating and stuff like. So yeah, like I like what they doing, man. Audio Mac, you shout to Audio Mac.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, because SoundCloud was good when it was good, but it's kind of like now played itself out. Like if you send somebody a SoundCloud link, they're gonna basically trash it, because it's just like it just became synonymous with bad music, right? Because there was so many people pushing links.
Right.
It just got played out. Like now, I think somebody had a shirt like, "Yo, nobody wants to click your link."
Yeah. But that's what I was saying too. Like independent artists, man, we get ridiculed. We got the tough end of the stick because it's like people so lazy now, man. But it's like they don't even want to pick up their thumb to click your link and have them go outside another app. Like it's just it's like independent artists. We got to find a way to make the music more convenient for the subscribers, for the people that's listening, the spectators.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just unfortunate because it's like, how do we do that when everything is literally like from a scroll, or a click?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like now what we do is just you put the music behind memes, you put the music behind little video clips, so that way you could get a sample and you can understand like, oh, okay, the music is good. Let me check them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. It is. Everybody wants everything coming to them, right? The memes, people send it to them, and and they don't even have to look for it. Same thing with outside of music when it comes to food now, right? What are they doing? Uber Eats, come right to the crib. When they gotta go somewhere, they calling Ubers. Where? Car come right to the crib. Everything in TV on demand when they want it. None of this. They don't gotta do nothing.
It's all the convenience. It's all the convenience, man. New York City is big for that. Like, and that's what we paying for in New York City, the convenience. Like the delis being on the corner, subway station being 24 hours. It's convenience is, it's costly. And this right now, it's the time where the middleman is benefiting off of that. Like this is the time of middlemen. Like if you look at it, Lyft, Uber, Airbnb, all them companies like that, they all middlemen. All they doing is connecting the consumer with the seller, and they getting they profit from there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I remember a point in time where, you know, with cabs, you called the dispatcher, they coming up to pick you right there. But now you got to go through Uber, they get a fee to come pick you.
Yeah. You threw it way back with the dispatcher, man. We used to have that same shit. Like, yo, I need a cab coming to such going somewhere. Like, all right, 15 minutes.
And you hear the Spanish dude on the end. Hola, papi. You know
Yeah. And then the cab don't come. I call back like, yo, I've been waiting. Where he at?
Yeah. So, and now like you got everything is like within literally in a finger reach. It's not even an arm's reach. Like it's finger.
Yeah.
Like you go see where your cab is going, where it's at, what they doing. Everything is under scrutiny.
Yeah.
Right now. So.
Mm-hmm. So with the talk of technology in the future, what's next for Coolest Mell?
Man, I listen. I'm letting my spirit control, letting God control what I got going on. So I can't honestly. I can tell you my direction is to be great. I got my goal is to actually, be somebody that's gonna resonate with the people, and maybe hopefully inspire somebody else with my story. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I know I'm gonna get there. So my next step, I could tell you right now, is it could be an unpredictable move. I could tell you right now that I could say I'm gonna do more shows, and next thing you know, I might be, doing. I don't who knows, you know what I'm saying? But I just know that I just need y'all to stay in tune and just rock with me and stick with me.
Yeah, man. That's honestly all you can do, man. So everybody listening, follow Coolest Mell at Coolest Mell on all social media. Subscribe to that YouTube. Get on that Audio Mac.
That's COOLESTMELL. Coolest Mell.
Coolest Mell. He's got a lot of good music out there. He's working hard. He's taking his time and making sure it's right to give y'all the best high quality project. So Mell, I want to thank you for calling in. I want to thank you for being the creative person you are and giving us that consistent fire. The streets really appreciate it.
I appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you. It's an honor.
Coolest Mell, everybody.
All right.
The originator of everything that I've done. Everything that I've done, I've thought about it. Coolest. Too authentic to copy. Started my own way. Feel me? Start on my way, though. Haters on my body, I can feel them on me. That's why I move with the Draco. Niggas got it twisted, cause I stay low key. Said start on my way, though. Haters on my body, I can feel them on me. That's why I move with the Draco. Niggas got it twisted, cause I stay low key. Focused on my head. Getting money with my team is all on my mind. Please don't waste up the time, They just like to waste it when they know you on your grind. See, I'm just being honest. Niggas getting this and I can feel it low key. See, I love when she ride it. Wash away the problem when she rubbing on me. Nigga, fuck what you said, I ain't with the talking, you gon' have to show me. Said I'm looking like Tony Montana got these bitches on me. Said I start on my web though. Haters on my body, I can feel them on me. That's why I move with the Draco. Niggas got it twisted cause I stay low key. Say I started my way.